When you are 80 years old, your voice becomes softer, not because you are weak, but because life has already shouted at you enough. Today, I want to speak calmly about something that walked beside me for decades. Something that looked like strength, felt like confidence, sounded like self-respect, but in reality, it was pride. And pride followed me for decades, only to leave me alone at 80. When I was young, I believed pride was necessary. I believed it protected me. I believed it made me powerful. When someone corrected me, I refused to listen. When someone tried to help me, I said, I don't need anyone. When my parents advised me, I thought they were outdated. When my wife pointed out my mistakes, I called it criticism. When my children tried to get close to me, I was too busy proving myself right. Pride whispered to me, never bend. Never apologize. Never admit you were wrong. And I listened. In my 30s and 40s, pride helped me win arguments. It helped me dominate conversations. It helped me build an image of a strong, unshakable man. People feared my words. They respected my position. But now at 80, I realize something painful. Fear is not respect. Silence is not agreement. And winning an argument is not the same as winning a heart. I remember the day my son stopped arguing with me. I thought I had finally made him mature. Years later, I understood the truth. He did not stop because he agreed with me. He stopped because he gave up trying to be understood. I remember my wife's quiet tears at night. I thought she was emotional. Now I know she was tired of fighting my ego. Pride never told me that every time I refused to apologize, I was building a wall. Brick by brick, between me and the people who loved me. And walls don't protect you forever. They isolate you. When I retired, the office stopped calling. The title disappeared. The power faded. The people who once stood up when I entered a room no longer needed me. And that is when pride quietly packed its bags and left. Because pride only stays when there is an audience. At 80, when the house becomes silent and the phone does not ring often, you begin to see clearly. You sit with your memories. And memories are honest companions. They show you where you were right, and where you were foolish. I was not lonely because I was old. I was lonely because I had pushed people away for years. My children visit, yes. They are respectful. They are responsible. But there is a distance, a polite distance. And that distance was created by my stubbornness. Pride told me that saying, I'm sorry, would make me small. Now I know, saying, I'm sorry, would have made me human. Pride told me that bending would break me. Now I know, bending would have kept my relationships unbroken. Young people think time is endless. I thought the same. I believed I would apologize later. I believed I would fix things someday. I believed love would wait. But life does not wait for our ego to calm down. Years pass quickly. Parents grow old. Children grow distant. Spouses grow tired. And one day, you wake up at 80, with a house full of furniture, and a heart full of regret. I am not telling you to lose your self-respect. There is a difference between self-respect and pride. Self-respect protects your dignity. Pride protects your ego. Self-respect builds boundaries. Pride builds barriers. If I could go back to my 30-year-old self, I would tell him 3 things. First, listen more than you speak. Listening does not reduce your importance. It increases your understanding. Second, apologize quickly. A delayed apology is often an opportunity lost. Third, choose relationships over being right. In most arguments, nobody truly wins. But someone always gets hurt. At 80, achievements don't sit beside you at dinner. Awards don't ask about your health. Titles don't hold your hand when you are sick. People do. And people stay where they feel valued, not where they feel defeated. Pride gave me temporary victories. But humility would have given me lifelong companionship. I am calm now, not because I am satisfied, but because I have accepted my mistakes. I cannot change my past, but perhaps my words can change someone's future. If you are young and listening to me, I ask you gently. Call your parents. Say sorry to your spouse if you were wrong. Hug your children even if you are tired. Admit your mistakes even if it feels uncomfortable. Do not let pride sit at your dining table every day. One day, it will leave. And you might find yourself sitting alone, wondering why the room feels so empty. I am 80 years old. Pride followed me for decades. But when I needed company the most, it left me alone. Learn from my silence before you reach it. Stay humble. Stay kind. Stay connected. Because in the end, it is not your pride that will sit beside you. It is your relationships.